I'm sweating.
Sweating?
I'm sweating in here, but I can't take my jacket off because it's part of the vibe.
Why are you sweating? It's 1 degree and you're always freezing to death.
You think it's 1 degree out?
Yeah. And
I'm like,
always,
woo!
it's always 1 degree in my apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's up in this house this week, bitch?
No, let's start with you this week in the house.
Okay, you want to start with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can start with me because what we're recording this week is pretty much about how being low maintenance is so fucking overrated.
It's so overrated.
Like, we talk about this all the time, and we were just like, okay, we need to pot on this because let's get to work over here. And that really just coincided with what is going on because...
And we're talking about low maintenance, like specifically about like in relationships, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not like
my eyebrows aren't getting done.
No, because that's what initially I was like, oh, like low maintenance, like aesthetically?
Yeah. No.
Beauty?
No. Okay.
Right.
So this is what happened this week. I mean, it's been the holidays and then it's the new year and then I'm like out of town and I was in Naples with my fiance and his family and blah, blah, blah. There's just so much going on, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like I've been lacking a lot of alone time with my significant other.
Totally.
If you will. So I'm like, perfect. Let's have date night. I went to get my eyebrows done at G Beauty with my girl, Mary. Best person in Miami to go to.
So excited they're opening South Miami, if anyone lives in Miami.
Like tarnishes the name for some reason to me.
What?
Kidding.
Oh my God, they're like gonna do more business.
No, they are. And I wish them the best. I really love them. So I just like love that it's like a Miami Beach staple, you know? And I'm a beach whore. Anyway, so I'm getting my eyebrows done with Mary. She's from Naples, Italy. Her boyfriend is from Naples, Italy. So I'm always like, okay, so like, where do you like to eat? I always ask her favorite olive oil. Like, I just like to know my fellow Italians' opinions on these things, especially somebody who like grew up literally not in America.
Right.
Because I did. So she's telling me about this place and I'm like, oh my God, perfect. I'm going there for a date night with Riley this Friday. So I make a reservation.
Where was it? Drop the name.
San Lorenzo.
San Lorenzo. You know, there's a new Italian that's called like Mantucci.
Okay.
It's supposed to be really good too.
This is the same owner as Cotoletta. Have you heard of that place?
Yes.
They have like two things on the menu.
Milanesa, yeah.
Exactly. A Cotoletta.
Right.
And so San Lorenzo is similar. You go in, they say carne o pesce. Fish or meat.
Right.
I said that reverse, but
who
you know.
didn't get that? Right.
Yeah. Anyway. And you get like appetizers. You get the main course with like 3 different sides and then you can have dessert and whatever. I'm like, that's such a good idea. And she's like, and it's so like not expensive compared to all these like up the asshole places like Carbone and shit.
Right.
So we had a great time and we went super early on Friday night because there was, I don't remember which important football game. They're all important these days. And I was so excited to go home and watch the game with him or watch Stranger Things, of course. Either would suffice or both. So we're in the car on the way home and he's like, oh, like all my friends are at Flanagan's watching the game.
That's so good for them.
I'm like, oh my God, nice. All your single friends are at Flanagan's together.
Cool.
And I'm like, okay. And then we're whatever, driving home. We got home and he goes, how mad would you be if I went to Flanagan's?
Mad.
And I'm just like, I don't even understand why you want to go. And this is where I don't know what, like, does Ricky do this shit? Like, I'm like, is this my
he has
man?
done this shit and I get mad at him and then he doesn't do it as much anymore.
And so there's 2 ways you can go, right? Because you also know that all of these boys are like texting Riley like, what's going on, blah blah blah, and he's probably like, Kat is gonna be mad, and they're all like, fuck Kat, blah, you know, like, okay, they're not saying fuck Kat, but they're definitely just like, whatever bro, like come hang with your boys. And so I was like, okay,
so immature.
There's 2 ways I can go about this. I can be chill and just be like, yeah, you know what? Like, go be with your guy friends, whatever. Or I can say that how I fucking feel, which was like, okay, so I'm sorry, but you want to put going to Flanagan's with your guy friends above me. Like, we haven't had a date night. We haven't hung out. You're like, it was also, in my eyes, it was like special. He was like, don't say that. Cause he's like, you're making me feel bad. But it was exactly a year from our wedding date. And I was like, oh my God, like we're at dinner and this is gonna be our anniversary for the rest of our life.
Yeah.
I just thought it was cute and it was a coincidence. I didn't realize until that night. And so I was, you know, expressing how I felt. And at the end, I was like, well, I'm just in a bad mood now, so just leave. Because honestly, there's no salvaging this mood. And I'm fine with you, but leave.
I'm fine with you.
Like, we're fine here, but just go. And I'm going to go to sleep. And like, we had our event the next day, and I was like, you know what? At this point, we've been arguing for an hour, and I'm tired. So just leave. So he ends up leaving, and I don't know what the right or wrong thing was. His excuse was that one of his friends was in town and this, that, the other, and people were fired and he's never going to see them again, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, really, if you like these people, you'll fucking see them again, but sure.
Honestly, facts.
Right. But you know, I like to say these stories because I still think I have the most perfect, amazing partner in the world. But like, these fucking things happen. And sometimes you can be chill, or you can just say how you're fucking feeling. And you know what? That night I chose to say how I was feeling because I was just fed up. I was like, it's been so many days of us not having quality time that's the problem. It's not a problem that you want to be with your guy friends.
Yeah, it just accumulated and you wanted to spend the whole night. Like, you wanted the whole date, the whole night.
Yeah.
Which I totally get.
Yeah. And then he thinks I'm being dramatic, but I'm like, okay, like once we have kids, it's going to be like, oh, well, we can't go on date night because the kid needs to do this. And it's like, if we're breaking our date night up now for you to go hang out with your guy friends, like it's always going to be something. It's always going to be someone got fired or someone's in town. And it's only going to get worse. Exactly. And he's like, oh, you're being so dramatic, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I'm not. This is why we end up not having quality time together. So
we just like see so much bigger picture than them.
It is so true. So that's what's up in my house. And that it's just like, yeah, I'm not going to be chill anymore. You know?
No, don't be chill. I laid down the rules with Ricky. He's done this a few times, but like seriously, I remember, and I will never forget this, Richard, when we started dating and we just had dinner at his house. This was back when I drank. He served me a cup of wine. We were going to watch a movie. He gets a text and it's like, oh, poker night. When they hear poker night, it's like their little ears perk up and it's like, ooh, I got to go out. Like, okay. And it's like poker night. And then it's like, oh, Cece, this is what we're going to talk about today. This was in the beginning, so you want to be chill.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like too, I don't even know what it is. It's not crazy, but like not on their dick, right?
Yeah. Also, I want to preface, like, it's not like be fucking crazy. It's just like you can't accept certain patterns if you're not actually okay with them.
Exactly. So I'm like, and he's like, oh, like, would you be, the same thing. Would you be mad if I went to no sé qué's house for poker night? And like, what was I supposed to do back then? Be like,
yeah,
no, like, yeah, I'm gonna be mad.
Also, so then, if you're asking, are you gonna be mad? You fucking know I'm gonna be mad, dumbass.
What do these guys want? Like, they want you to say yes, and they want you to be happy with them going so that they can have their happy night playing poker, and they had dinner with you before. Like, please, you can't have it all.
You
all right?
Can't.
You guys definitely can have. We can, but you can't. All right.
You cannot have it all.
So, he ended up playing poker, and I felt used and abused because I was like, you just poured me a cup of wine. We were about to relax. We were about to watch a movie. And now it makes me feel not important. Okay? It makes me feel not important.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. And then obviously, like, in the moment that's not obvious, but like in the moment I did not argue, but you know I was holding a grudge and you know I was passive aggressive about this after. Okay. And then I gave it to him after.
Like the day after?
To be honest, I don't remember exactly because
she was blackout.
Like so long ago. But I know I gave it to him after, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, we were literally having dinner. Like, you had served me a glass of wine and you're going to pick up and go like now? Like, we're basically like still in the middle of our date.
No, exactly.
So I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, do not do that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, okay, retarded. So it's like, then they don't do it again. And then I think he's still done it. And then now I'm just kind of like, it really depends. I think how I feel. I'm like, would I really be okay, like, just staying home and watching a movie and, like, being chill? Or do I really care to hang out with him tonight?
Yeah.
That's how much I'm willing to fight with him. So it's like,
totally.
If I really don't feel like, wait, what? No. If I really don't mind just, like, chilling and, like, going to sleep, then I'm like, whatever. Go.
I totally agree with that. And
sometimes, it's like how I feel about that night.
Sometimes I want to watch Southern Charm in bed, and you're not going to be watching that with me, you know? Like, and I want to do my face mask, and, like, I don't want to talk. Yeah. But in that night, like,
you wanted to hang out.
I'm obsessed with Riley. Like, he makes me laugh all night long. Like, I wanted to be silly and hang out with him. I've missed him all week. That bitch did not miss me enough, I guess. Anyways.
So that's a little snippet, I guess, of what's been going on. But without further ado, we will get into
the first segment.
Yeah, which is...
Well, I guess the second segment.
Yeah, no, being low maintenance is overrated. And it's just... We were talking about this before, and it's kind of like... what you like, we were literally talking about this. Like, if what you want, you need to put out that energy. And I think we talk about that in any regard. Whether it's like you want to be healthy, then you better fucking act healthy. Like, you want to make money, or you want career, you want to be a certain way, you want to be confident, then like bring that energy. So like, if you want a certain kind of guy, bring that fucking energy. If you want to be a girlfriend, bring girlfriend energy. Not booty call energy.
1,000%.
Low maintenance energy is bringing low effort men.
Of course, I already said 1,000%. Here we go.
It's the first one. It's okay.
It's the first one.
It's been 10 minutes.
Okay.
I think 1,000% is better than 100%.
1,000%. Yeah, I like what you just said. Low maintenance women attract low effort men. It's obviously so true. And I think the other thing that goes with that is a girl who is quote unquote over understanding.
No.
It's like the girl who's always making an excuse for her loser bum ass motherfucker boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, he's just busy, so he can't make it tonight. Like,
Babe, if he wanted to, he would. And everyone fucking knows that.
Exactly. And I understand that, like, if you have a partner who like has to work really late on the weekdays, like, yeah, some people do have to, like, if you're in private equity or if you're an IB or what, if you're a fucking doctor, like, yeah,
and you know
you can't always make the dinner party at 7 p.m. and I get that.
Yes.
But that's a completely different story, I think.
I think that I even like respect that, you know, like,
oh, of course.
Like, I think
you're like, I wouldn't know.
it, like, well, because then it's like you're like working and you're doing something productive, and then like after, hopefully, like you're giving me the time after work. But it's not like he's doing something stupid, like hanging out with his friends. I'm like, that's, you know what I mean? So it kind of depends on what you're doing.
Right. And other like examples of this are, at least when you're first dating a guy, it's like, oh, he's just a bad texter. The fuck does that mean?
Then he should call you. Like, I don't know. Then he should do something. Or he should just be like, I'm not a good texter. Like, let's meet up then and go for a coffee. Or like, just see each other. Like,
sure.
what are you doing?
Sure, but like, nobody is a bad texter. And sorry to drop this bomb, but nobody's a bad texter. Just if you're not important enough, they're not going to respond quickly to you.
Absolutely.
Because if so-and-so texts me at a certain time and I see my phone, but I'm driving or I'm doing something, I'll respond later. But if somebody very important, if Riley's texting me about something, I'm going to answer like pretty much no matter what. So it just depends on how important you are for somebody to responding to.
Thinking back at when you're first starting to date someone, like, you're excited to hear from this person.
That's
or
what
you're
I'm
excited to talk to them. So obviously you're going to be looking out for their text. And when they text you, like, maybe you're not going to reply immediately, but like, you know that you want to answer.
Yes.
And if it's been a few hours and you're distracted, great. But eventually you're going to be like, oh my God, I want to talk to this person. Let me text him back or let me reach out. So it's like, what do you mean he's a bad texter? He doesn't want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. I genuinely think like, yeah, like they don't care.
Yeah.
Like, what were we going to say?
No,
I was going to say the same thing. Like, what we accept in the beginning lays down the fucking laws and the rules for later on. And you bitches better be not fucking paying for dinner. And you better not be fucking splitting it either.
Yeah.
Marcelo Hernandez, my babe, shout out.
Not my babe.
Have you watched his special on Netflix?
Not yet, because I keep seeing bits of it on TikTok.
He's so funny.
I know, and I don't want it to be spoiled for me.
Well, I'm gonna spoil a joke right now because I actually was like, all right, pop off, Marcelo. Here, I'm copying your little clappy hands.
No, literally.
But it's so funny because he grew up with a single mom and sister and whatever. So he's like, oh, I saw like how much work goes into like a woman getting ready for a date and this and that. And he goes, and you know what? Like, if you're going to ask to split it, ask before so you can both show up with your mustaches and split it like men. Abso-fucking-lutely. And I go, yeah, no, exactly.
It's so true.
Like, you're paying for dinner and we already like did our eyebrows. We already did like a bikini wax. We're like buying makeup. We're like getting an outfit. We're like taking an hour to fucking do our hair and this and that. There's already so much time and money and energy that goes into putting yourself to look nice for, any date.
Yeah.
The least you can do is pay. And if not, yeah, split it like men. Exactly.
And if you're a guy and you're listening to this, I don't give
Probably not.
Probably not, but maybe like Riley or Ricardo are listening. Don't forget to like fucking tell the woman that you were with how beautiful she looks that night, because it actually just took her sweet. 2.5 hours to look like that. So
no, seriously.
Don't forget.
So I think like as a woman, like I don't know like how it is here in Miami, although I will say most women in Miami probably will not pay for their dinner.
Yeah.
Just because of like the lifestyle and the vibes here. Mm-hmm. But I feel like you go to other cities, New York, or you hear stories of San Francisco, God forbid you start to date there. Oh my God. The feminism is out of control because you're paying for every fucking date. Or worse, they want you to pay for them.
I've never heard
I'm
that.
sorry. No, I heard a story like that.
No.
It's absurd.
No,
It's
no.
absurd. I'm sorry. If the guy doesn't, okay, you know, like little awkward dance you're doing when it's like, also like the guy wants you to offer, like, I don't know. Do you offer to pay? If you were dating? Like, do you even offer? Like,
if a guy,
they want you to do the little dance, like, let me. And then
I
you're like,
honestly
no, don't worry.
I
I'll
literally
get this.
don't even know because I haven't been on a date in like 6 years. But
I don't even know, but honestly, like, I probably wouldn't.
yeah, I mean, certainly today, if I were to go out and start dating again, I would literally never do that.
I would.
Also, if a guy is asking you to pay for the date, like that guy fucks his mom.
No, he's not asking to pay. He's just not. It's like the time for the check, and no one's like putting their card down.
You said in San Francisco.
That's what I'm saying. In San Francisco, the story that I heard was that he wasn't offering to put the card down, and it was kind of like that moment, like, well, are you gonna pay for it? And then like he didn't put his card down, and it gets to a point where it's like, okay, then the girl put her card down, because it's like, yeah, like step the fuck up, like pay
That's
for
insane.
it
That's insane.
first. And
I'd be there all
last
goddamn
time I'd fucking see you, babe. And you know what? To stick it in your face, I still wouldn't pay. I'd sit there for 2 hours.
I just said I would sit there until fucking the daylight comes.
Exactly. I would sit there literally as how long you want to go, babe?
Until
how long you want to go?
until sunrise.
Literally.
Okay, I'm ordering a coffee now.
And you know, you should be like, I'm gonna go to the, I don't know, like go to the bathroom, get up. Oh, you still haven't paid? Okay, I guess we're coming. I guess, should I keep ordering? Should we get another round?
Or like, I'm leaving. Bye. Oh, you want to dine and ditch?
That's crazy. I'm sorry.
It's fucking crazy.
No, but girls, like, seriously, like, let him pay for your drinks, let him pay. And the guys are like, oh, it's so expensive to be a guy because we're taking so many girls on dates, because I've heard that. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Then
It's the least you could do.
Like, or keep your dick in your pants and stop dating around. Like, if you don't want to be paying for all these dates, then find one fucking girl that you like, huh?
Yeah, no, I don't fuck with that.
I don't fuck with that. And what do you think of when girls are like, oh, he's like that because he has had past relationship trauma?
Is like what? That he can't pay?
No, not the paying part. Maybe like they're controlling because they've been cheated on, or like
It's like an insecurity. Like go to therapy. It's so your fucking problem. It has nothing to do with me.
I know, because I have always said this too as a woman. Like, okay, like the same applies for me then. So I should be controlling of you because I've been cheated on? No.
Yeah, no.
And I'm not gonna be.
Yeah, but it would be like that. It's the same thing. Whether
Right.
you're a woman who's been through a past traumatic experience or a man, like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Right.
get the fuck over it. This is a new relationship.
I agree.
Unless you're bringing that same toxic energy here, and it's not welcome.
It literally,
Not in
it's
this
not
house.
welcome. And how about girls who kind of like try to be therapists for their boyfriends in the beginning?
No, I'm like scared. What do you mean there? Who has the time?
Well, nobody has the time, literally. But like, you know, like if a guy maybe does something wrong or acts wrong, and then they just try to kind of like be his therapist.
I just think that like, no, like maybe you can say a few nice words, but I don't think we need to be like, we're not changing this guy. Guys, remember, you're also not changing this guy. You know, like he needs to step up to the plate to be with you. Mm-hmm. And if he's not like at that level, then like, what do you think? You're gonna change his whole way of thinking, and you're gonna be his therapist, and he's gonna go through this like revelation? Like,
Yeah.
he's not.
I think
He's
like
not.
this is an extreme example, but you know how they say like alcoholics, like they have to like want to get better for themselves. Like nobody is going to make them like go to rehab or do these things.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing for a guy. Like if he likes you, then he will. And if he doesn't, then he's just going to keep acting the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that if you like how you were saying before, though, if you like make excuses or you're like too understanding because this and that, because he's like, oh, this past relationship, like it's just that is allowing that behavior to go on for longer. Mm-hmm. So like you trying to be chill, back to our like thing, is just like digging your hole even deeper.
Yeah. I think that being easygoing is fear in disguise. And I think that in the beginning of my relationship with Riley was even
chillest.
I was definitely like that because I had a horrible relationship before that.
Yeah.
And I was constantly like putting myself down to make the guy like feel okay. And I never wanted to do anything to make him upset because I was scared of losing him. And that's when you become chill, when you're scared of losing this guy. And I was not scared of losing Riley, but I think I'm also, like we've said, an Aquarius, and I'm not always super emotional and saying how I feel. And I think I would just like shove things down. That's kind of my vibe sometimes. Like not now, but sometimes I just like deflect. I'm like, whatever, okay. And he would do things and I'd be upset and then I wouldn't say anything. And you're like, if that were Ricky, like I would be like yelling at him and blah, blah, blah. Not yelling at him, but like you would be letting him know. And I was like, really? You like talk to Ricky like that? And you were like, yeah. And then honestly, like my relationship got so much better when I was telling the truth. And and guess what? I didn't lose him. He's still here.
Yeah.
We're stronger than ever.
The best like chill that I like is like when you're just not that into him. And that's why you're chill, because like you genuinely don't care.
Right.
That's like the only chill you can be, because like once you're in a relationship and you're too chill, like it just it doesn't work. Like one thing that me and Ricky decided with like so mature of us back then, we're like, communication is key. I don't know where the fuck we pulled that from. Like probably somewhere, and we were like, no, communication is key. So I think we just started talking about things like really early on, and we would have like, and still do, we have like such open, crazy conversations sometimes where we're like way too honest, and I say things that maybe I shouldn't, but we really tell each other how we feel. And sometimes it can be like, not that it's detrimental, but it's like, all right, maybe I went too far. Like I spoke a little too much. Yeah. But we're so open with each other, but then we like really understand each other, or we try to, and it's like, then he can be different and I can be different. Yeah. And we can learn from it.
But I think
make sense, because I was like, did I like, woo?
No, that makes sense. But I think it's actually important to say this. Like, I can be I'm super honest and open with my partner, and so are you. But every guy's really different. And like the way that you talk to Ricky,
I was gonna say, but I think we have opposite men, so we can use great examples here.
Exactly. Yeah. And so like I can be super honest with Riley, but Riley is super fiery, and like when we have, I think, a very similar like fight style. So if we're fighting, we're like boom, 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 boom. And I think that Ricky is super chill. He's not like just sitting there taking what Gio says, but he's more calm and collected than Riley is.
So calm and collected, like God bless his soul.
Yeah. So like you can kind of go off probably a little bit more than I can.
Yeah. No, I do.
And he's probably like chill, but like if I were to like go the fuck off, Riley would actually be like, Kat, are you a fucking psychopath? Like it would get crazy. So we don't do that. But my point is, like, there's different ways of being open and honest and expressing how you feel. Oh, totally. And you have to know your partner's style.
I think you need to know, and then you need to communicate in a way that they're going to understand. Because like maybe if I use that with Riley, it wouldn't even fucking clock to him. Like he wouldn't understand.
Would just explode.
But it's so good that you're so much calmer, because you can really tell him in a way that he can understand. Because if you start clapping, he's not going to get it. The same way that like, I don't know. Ricky understands either way. But but you need to understand how your partner like receives information. Yeah. But no, now when I go crazy, Ricky's like, I'm going to start videotaping you so you can see how you act. And I'm like, really? Then do it. And then I don't even want to see. Sometimes he does a video and I'm fucking psychotic. And I go, like, what are you? Like my little sister, my brother? Why are you recording me, you fucking weirdo?
I kind of like that.
It's giving, tell me lies. I'm going to have to tell him to stop.
He's like, release the tape. No, do it again. Worse. Well, you know, like Lauren and Michael Bostic, who I would like, arguably, I think they're probably an amazing couple considering they've been together for 5 billion years. My point is that they fight like crazy people. Like she texts him and then she blocks him. Like, no, literally. Which it's amazing. It's like, yeah, you're just like open and honest, and you're not worried about losing that guy, because okay, if that guy leaves you, she's like, okay, bye, next one. But I think all of this like gives clarity, and it feels risky, but in the long run, it's going to save you time, because
totally.
Because you're being just completely yourself, and whatever person is going to stick around for that is the right person.
Exactly. If not, you're just going to keep playing these stupid fucking games. And if they start coming at me, like, I seriously, like, I'm not crazy. I think I'm still kind of chill.
Of course you are.
But sometimes, like, I genuinely think, like, sometimes Ricky's friends are probably like, damn, Gio's probably too much, or she's crazy, or it's like, oh my God, I
totally think that Riley's guy friends think that about me.
Keep up. And it's just like so fucking what? Too much. You know what I mean? Like, you really, like, this isn't crazy. Like, I just have standards. I have boundaries, and I want to be treated a certain way, and I want to do things a certain way. And I think that, like, we should do this. And I feel like if we got to keep them on their toes. We got to keep them on our toes. If not, we drop the ball, and then they don't give a fuck. Then it gets too easy for them. Like, us women, we got to keep them on their toes.
So
and I don't think it's ever too much. Don't be fucking psychotic. Don't be like reading his messages. Don't be like fucking tracking him all the time.
Feel
like,
the need to.
Like, don't exactly. But I'm saying, like, don't be crazy like that. But I think that, like, this little bit of demanding and keeping them on their toes and having these standards is not crazy.
Yeah. And like we said, like you can be calm and have standards, but why do men love bitches?
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. No, I think that men love bitches because I didn't actually read the book.
Oh.
You know it's a book, right?
Yeah, I do.
Have you read the book?
No, but you wrote it in our notes. So
no, I did write it in our notes because I feel like men like someone who like has a sense of self, who like, I think they like confident women. And I feel like when you're asking for what you want, like you have the confidence in yourself to be like, well, this is what I like. And if you don't like it, like too bad, I can literally get anybody else. And I think that they're like, well, not anybody else. You know what I mean?
No. I like what you're saying, but what about like,
I feel like they like that you know what you want and like they want you. So they respect that.
Yeah.
I feel like when we're too chill and too low maintenance, it's almost like you're just like, you're the mat. They can just step all over and they can just do whatever they want. They can hang out with you when they want to. They can booty call you if they want to. They don't have to pay for dinner because they know that you'll offer to pay half. And it just gets too easy for them. And I feel like then it's not even like, I feel like they even like this conquest or they like something. And I just feel like it's really hard for them to respect you. That's why I think when you're a quote unquote bitch, which just means you have standards and boundaries, then they're like, oh, okay, this is someone like I need to show respect to because she respects herself.
Yes. And I agree with that. I do want to go back to the point of saying like a girl who knows what she wants. Absolutely. And you should be like that. But sometimes I think that there are some girls who it's almost like they want it all, like we said before. And it's like they want their guy to take them out on date night all the time and be with them all the time. And they want him to be a billionaire. But if he's a billionaire, then he's at work a lot and then he can't be there for, you know what I mean?
No, we need to be like, I mean, we need to look at the whole picture. We can't like expect like a fucking Superman. Like
Right. But I want to make that clear because I think some girls get it twisted, honestly.
No, yeah, and you're not gonna be a bitch about everything. Like, oh, I want my guy to work out. He has to work out in the morning, and this, and then he needs to work, and he needs to make X amount per year. Like, relax, too. Right? What I mean by bitch, and what we're saying is just having standards and boundaries, and having self-respect. And I think that when you lay that down, they'll hopefully reciprocate that. And if they don't, then obviously they're not the one for you. But I think that they like that too.
I think it's interesting.
Unless the guy's a fucking piece of shit. Like, if he doesn't want to respect you, you know? Like,
I think it's interesting, like when you're trying to be calm or not calm, sorry. When you're trying to be chill and low maintenance, not calm, because I think calm is the right word. Yeah. When you're trying to be chill and low maintenance and you're basically people pleasing, right? And goddamn, I feel like I mentioned Mel Robbins a lot on this podcast, but I just listened to her on Jay Shetty recently, and she was saying how people pleasing is basically like you being manipulative. And I thought that was very interesting because
please elaborate.
When you're people pleasing, you're essentially manipulating the other person into liking you, which is true. Like if you're trying to be this chill girl and you're like, yeah, no, go out with your guy and do this and do that. And you're kind of manipulating them into just being like, oh, my girlfriend is so chill. But like on the inside, you're not happy.
Yeah. And then you probably start to resent him and then it's going to come out somewhere.
Exactly. So I think that being chill is overrated.
It is overrated. I mean, listen, you can still be chill. Yeah. As long as you feel like you've laid down the rules. And I think that these start from the beginning, from the first date, from the get-go. Like, yeah, he's going to pay for your dinner. Yeah, he should open the door for you. Like, yes, he should, like, pick you up and take you home if that's, like, I don't know, maybe you're walking there, but if you should like make sure you get into your house, or, like into your building, you know what I mean? Like little things like that, you're already laying down the rules and you can be chill and like still like sprinkle these in, you know?
Yeah. I mean, eventually your needs are going to come out or the relationship is going to deteriorate. So absolutely, it's one or the other.
Absolutely. And it's better like to just be upfront. Like if you're starting to actually date this guy and he does something that bothers you, like tell him and see how he reacts, because then you need to see if it happens again. If it happens again, then you need to lay it down again. And then if it happens a third time, then you gotta be like, all right, like something's gotta give here, because if not, he's clearly not even like respecting what you're putting down. And that's what leads to like a toxic, repetitive pattern.
What would you say to somebody? Because I have certainly been in this position in college before, and I see my friends going through it even now, where they've been hooking up with a guy for a couple of months, and then they're kind of just like hooking up and they're seeing each other a lot and they're spending a lot of time together, but it's not very clear if they're exclusive or if they're dating, and they're clearly not boyfriend and girlfriend. But sometimes the girls get too scared to bring up that conversation because
they want to be chill.
And they want to be chill. And then in my experience, it's turned out where, yeah, like I never wanted to have that conversation because I knew the answer was basically this person didn't want to be in a relationship with me, and I was dreading ending whatever this situationship was. But what would you tell a girl who's like too scared to have that conversation because she, I guess, is nervous that the guy will be like, oh yeah, no, I don't want to be your boyfriend?
I mean, ask yourself, like, what do you want out of this first? Like, are you actually trying to date this guy? Do you really like him and do you want to date him? Or are you really just okay with how things are? Which I'd feel like for the most part, most women, after a few months of hanging out with this guy, like, you probably like him.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, what do you really want? And if like you really do want to be in a relationship, period, not even with him, and you want to be in a relationship and you do like him, I feel like bring it up once and see his reaction. And then after that, I'd say, like, if he says he doesn't want a relationship right now and he gives some excuse like, sorry, I can't, I'm still blah, 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 or I'm working on my business, then I'd be like,
my crypto business.
Then I'd be like, okay, fine. Peace though. We're not fucking anymore.
Yeah.
Like, because if not, like, he's gonna, like, you can have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
But I just found out, like, how that physically was. Like, you can't have your cake and eat it.
Right.
I didn't know that's how it was. Like, you can't have a piece of cake and eat it, because then you won't have it on your plate anymore.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, how does this phrase work?
Yeah. Let them eat cake.
Let them eat cake. So
let them eat my fat ass cake.
I just think like they can have both. Because like, why can they have both and you can't have both? You want a boyfriend. You want to be in a relationship.
Period.
He wants to fuck you and work on his business. Why does he get everything he wants?
Yeah, how come he gets to be a crypto billionaire and fuck you? Okay.
So that's what I'd say. And like, yeah, it's hard, but like cut the losses short. Like, would you rather be having this conversation 3 months in or like 6 or 9 months in? When you're like in way too deep at that point.
Oh God, or years in.
Or that's even worse.
Yeah.
Just like make sure like you know what you want and go after what you want. We don't have time for this.
Yeah. Because you can't control how he's going to react or how he's going to do certain things. You can only control how you are going to position yourself in this situation. And
then you like also set the expectations. Again, you're like, I want a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So I'm going to treat myself like I want a boyfriend. Therefore, if I talk to you and you don't want to date me, fine. But then we're not going to act like we're dating. Because then he's going to be like, oh, she says she wants a boyfriend, but we're basically doing all the things. Mm-hmm. And I don't have to label it or make it exclusive.
Mm-hmm. So he can cheat on you, basically.
And get with other people. Exactly. Yeah. That's what's going to end up happening.
Yeah, because we weren't together, so.
Exactly. So it's just like, well, then if you want a relationship, you talk about it and he doesn't want one, okay, then don't act like you're in one. And stop doing the things that you would do if you were in one.
Period. The right person isn't intimidated by your standards.
No. I don't think they are. And if anything, I think that they respect you more and they actually just like get you and it works. And you also get them, you know?
And back to why men love bitches. Your standards aren't the problem. Your standards are the invitation. This guy's like, oh, fuck, this bitch wants not this bitch, whatever. This bitch wants XYZ.
Yeah.
Clear. I will be giving her XYZ. Or I won't. Bye.
They just don't want to. I think the men that don't want to give it to you are just because they're generally not interested in having a relationship. Like,
yeah, they just don't like you.
Talking to my guy friend the other day and seeing it from another perspective.
Yes, I remember.
And girl's obsessed with him, head over heels, and wants to date him. He very clearly knows that. He's talking to a bunch of other girls. Yes. He told her he does not want to be exclusive.
Yes.
She continues to see him and fuck him. And it's like, it's not helping your case because he still doesn't want to date you and he still wants to get with other people.
Right.
He also wants to hang out with you. He wants to have his cake and eat it too.
Right.
And it kind of just leaves you like, you're liking this guy more and more and like you're giving more of yourself to him. He's literally not giving like more than the bare minimum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like.
And everyone's been there.
Of course. But I'm just saying like, wait, where was I going with this? Like, wait, what? What did you say?
We were talking about your guy friend who...
No, I know, but before that, what did you say?
I said your standards aren't the problem. They're the invitation. Because it's like, if a guy already knows what he's up against and he accepts it, it's like, boom, like this guy likes you. Like he's open to it. But
exactly. well, I was going with this example. The guy friend's like same for the opposite. Like what you're inviting him to do is also what
exactly.
If
you're saying you
and accepting,
if you don't have standards, this guy's gonna be like, cool, just gonna fuck this girl.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So make your standards clear, perhaps.
They will, and there are good ones out there.
Of course, there are.
Yeah,
there is a right person for every other person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think we should open up the mailbox.
We love the mailbox.
Okay. Number 1. What do I do if my boyfriend tells me he's leaving to a foreign country in 10 days and that we can't be together anymore? Wow.
Break up with his ass.
Well, I mean, if he's saying you can't be together anymore, he literally doesn't give a fuck about you. Kinda.
What do you do? Well, you definitely say like... Definitely, I would give it to him. I'd be like,
what do you mean? I think
what do you mean you're going out of the country in 10 days? You're moving there. You never told me. We've been dating for, I don't know, it doesn't say here, but X amount of time.
You're so chill.
No. I'd be like, what do you mean? And obviously he's already telling you we can't be together because he's leaving. So it's like, so now you're breaking up with me and you're leaving the country. So everything is all crushed at once. I'd give it to him kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, he's had time to process this. He's had time because he decided to move.
Why is he saying something 10 days before?
Probably because he was a fucking wuss to say it before.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I don't know, but he definitely had the time to like plan, think about this, and make his move. So he knows what he's doing. So in his head, he's already like, I'm breaking up with this girl. It's obviously not going to work. Like, I'm going to have to start getting over her, right? He's probably already like, that's what I would do. I'd be like, all right, if I'm moving away and I'm not going to be with this person, I'm already going to start thinking that like, I can't be with her, right? So he's just dropping this like little fucking bomb. And you're just like caught off guard. So I'd be like, I mean, maybe I'd also want to enjoy the last few moments with him, but I'd also be like, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell me this before?
Or he's gay. And he was just like, whew, dodged a bullet. I don't have to tell anybody I'm gay. My girlfriend, at least. I think that's honestly, I think
what would you do?
Well, I think you're really dodging a bullet because no person in their right fucking mind would not tell their significant other that they're moving to a foreign country less than 2 weeks away from their move date.
Yeah. So obviously this is not your person.
I'm sorry.
And also he doesn't live here, so it's definitely not your person.
Funeral, mourn him, goodbye. I understand that would be really difficult. I mean, like this is your boyfriend, not like somebody you're hooking up with, like your boyfriend?
No, boyfriend.
Okay, like if Riley...
Like long term.
Like anyone that really loves you, like if I found out I had to move... Okay, let's say I'm not engaged, but if I found out I had to move to Mexico tomorrow, the first fucking person I'm telling is my significant other.
And I talk about it with the person, like, oh my God, this opportunity came up, or I'm going to have to go there for work. Like, I think I'm going to have to take it. And then at that point, you're already like, oh, okay, let's see if we're going to do distance or not. Mm-hmm. But then you can kind of talk about it together. And even if he's like, listen, I honestly don't think distance is going to work. Like, at least he's kind of like having this open conversation with you. Rather than like, I decided I am leaving.
And you're not going to be a part of my life.
Probably not. What did it say? Well, yeah. And that you can't be together anymore. Like, he really made that decision unilaterally. Mm-hmm. And you're right. You dodged the bullet because fuck this guy.
Yeah, bye.
And that behavior.
Okay, next.
Sorry. What do I do if the guy I'm talking to wants to move to Japan in 3 years?
Wow, everybody's really moving across the country over here. Wants to move to Japan in 3 years.
He wants to. It's not even planned. So one is like, I'm planning and I'm leaving your ass without telling you. This one is, it's not even set in stone. He wants to.
Well,
I think you're dodging a bullet here too.
No,
what do I do if the guy I'm talking to wants to move to Japan in 3 years? I think with more context, this is an excuse to not to get into a relationship.
I think so too.
Or to get out of a relationship.
I think so too.
So it's kind of like he says he's going to move, so he needs to end it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bye. Have fun in Japan. Konnichiwa.
I agree. My boyfriend keeps Snapchatting his mom with lots of hearts and once told me that I lost my streak and that his mom beat me. Is this weird behavior or is it just me?
Am I not supposed to laugh at these?
No, I'm astonished
I'm
right
just
now.
saying, like, is it mean to laugh?
No. My boyfriend is Snapchatting his mom. First of all, why is your boyfriend Snapchatting with his mom?
Why does your mom have a Snapchat?
With lots of hearts. And she beat your streak. First of all, I don't even have Snapchat myself, so this is very appalling.
I don't have Snapchat either. And for anyone who still does, like, I just think, like, if any guy tries to fucking Snapchat me, like, grow a pair of balls. So, first of all, like...
So this guy's fucking his mom, too.
No, correct. But also, like, why are you snapping me? Be a man.
Yeah, no.
Like, seriously, we used to snap in high school.
Like, we're 27.
It's been a decade.
We're not allowed to snap anymore.
No, we're not allowed to snap. That is for the younger generation. Leave it behind. And if this boy's trying to snap you a little picture. What you doing? Like a little selfie? Like the time he actually put his phone up, took a selfie, wrote 3 words, and sent it to you.
Oh my God.
Like, literally do anything else.
Wow.
I mean, text me, maybe call me.
Call me Gabby.
Do not Snapchat me. So that's like red flag in and of itself, that he's trying to communicate with you via Snapchat. And the fact that he's telling that his mom is beating you through that communication, that's just weird. Why would you say that?
Yeah. Unfortunately, all 3 of the men that we've read about today in the mailbox are either gay, like to fuck their mom, or they hate you.
This is definitely weird behavior. And I would definitely take that as a red flag.
Yeah.
And like moving forward.
Just think about like...
And also like stop Snapchatting him first of all.
Yeah.
So his mom can just snap him and be at the top of his list and you're not even competing because you're not even on that fucking app.
You can stop snapping him, and also like you want to... Not only are you're like dating this guy, like imagine when you like marry him and have kids with him, how involved his mother is going to be. That's not a good sign. If she's already beating your Snapchat streak.
Like, I'm already in love with the child that I don't have, like the son that I don't have. And I'm just thinking like how it would be to have my son with a woman. Maybe I'll be
okay. This is taking a turn.
But like, in no level am I snapping my son.
No. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what you were saying.
I'm saying like you can, like, you know, those moms that like love
their only son
and they're like obsessed with him. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, or their eldest son or whatever.
For sure.
So I get it. But like, again, who has the time? The mom needs to also find something else to do.
Everybody here needs a job.
No, everyone. And the son needs to stop snapping. Like if my mom were to slap my brother, he'd be like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. Psychosis.
Like we just, it's like.
Let's stop.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Okay. That's all we have for you this week.
Hopefully that was helpful.
Basically, men love bitches and stop being so chill.
Bye. Peace.
Bye.